All objections urged against the communistic mode of producing and appropriating material products have, in the same way, been urged against the communistic modes of producing and appropriating intellectual products. Just as, to the bourgeois, the disappearance of class property is the disappearance of production itself, so the disappearing of class culture is, to him, identical with the disappearance of all culture. That culture, the loss of which he laments, is, for the enormous majority, a mere training to act as a machine. Okay, that's an important last sentence there to add on. But it does... This speaks well. I guess what Marx and communists generally would say, what's going on here is that this is one of the ways by which the bourgeois, or let's just call them the ruling classes, manipulate the working classes to continue to work with them. This idea of culture. Now, I don't think that that's a fair way to talk about culture overall. And I've talked about a lot, unsurprisingly, in the context of Hannah Arendt. But you can see the videos on my channel for that. But no, it is an important question, and one I don't think the communists have answered at all, as to how culture survives the full implementation of communist ideals. So I was about to say communism is about trying to maximize efficiency of the state by maximizing resources and the way they're used and given to people. But it's not even that. And really, communism is just a moral position of saying, hey, the weakest and least powerful in society shouldn't have lives that suck. I mean, that's what we're seeing from part 2 here. Now, they aren't really presenting it in a kind of coherent way for doing that, other than to advocate for revolution. And as I've said many times, I'm not an advocate for revolution. However, as I've also said many times, it is difficult for me to stick to that, and I think there may be, as it were, points of no return past which you have to agree that class antagonism, quote unquote, has taken control of the situation.